Could Georgia voters really pick one Republican and then one Democrat on the ballot when they go in to vote for the Senate runoffs? NBC's Chuck Todd says that idea is not so far-fetched. Jeff Hullinger talked to him about that possibility.
For the next 7.5 weeks, the political world focuses on our state, Georgia, and the two Senate runoffs, which will ultimately decide which party controls the 117th Congress. Joining me right now is Chuck Todd, the moderator, the czar of Meet the Press. Chuck, there's going to be hundreds of millions of dollars spent on this race, and when you look at the recent presidential vote in Georgia combined with the unpredictable nature of runoff elections, how do you see this evolving in the next 7+ weeks? Will it evolve in a different way than it did in the past? Meaning, will it be less mean and maybe more of an effort to try to get people out to vote?
I know. I think it's going to be pretty negative. I think it's going to be pretty harsh. I expect it to get quite personal on this a little bit. Look, I think I look at this race. I think there's three pockets of voters. There's going to be the voters that vote straight Democrat on the two races. That'll be about 90%. There'll be the 90% on the Republican side that vote straight ticket. To me, the wild card here is I'm convinced, and I think there's some evidence to this, that there'll be a certain chunk of the vote, and I think it's going to be a small, and the question is whether it is decisive in either race or both races, that will split their ticket. The conventional wisdom in talking to strategists I've talked about is in that small group of voters, and they assume they're sort of suburban men, is the expectation here, that would benefit Perdue a lot more than it benefits Loeffler, that those that split would go Warnock, Perdue, and it may have more to do with Perdue as not have to run he's not run as far to the right as Loeffler had to do. That's just, like I said, that's sort of forming conventional wisdom among strategists I have talked to. But I do think it's that small sliver of voters who I think are going to vacillate on this.
What is your view on Senator Loeffler and Senator Perdue calling for the resignation of the Secretary of State, Brad Raffensperger, here?
Well, according to our reporting, this was almost done at the behest of the president. That the president, and what I can't get confirmed if this was a quid pro quo, meaning you do this and I'll be there, you don't do this, don't count on my help in the runoffs. But are they nationalizing the race in the wrong way, and are they firing up the Democratic vote in and around the Atlanta suburbs in ways that they hadn't thought about by doing this? So I think it was high risk, but I think the two campaigns thought they had no choice because they have to have the president's help in this election.
Meet the Press airs Sunday morning at 10 right here on 11 Alive. Chuck, thanks.